Yo, 2:22 p.m. Good morning. How's it going, Danny? 2:20 yeah, that is true. Yo, how's it going, Lisa? How's it going, Elsa? That's not right. I know. But yo, Big Cheese, how's it going? Rock Lobster. Rock Lobster. All right. Um how are you? Yo, Spider, how's it going? Happy Sunday morning. Happy Sunday morning. How's it going, dude? It's yo. How's it going, Danica? Wait. Do you have enough stubble now? Full back pats, back pats. Um, Wait up. Why did you change your channel name? Yesterday, I tried. Yeah. Yesterday, I was gonna go out. I went to an art show, and mom's art. Oh yeah, so good. I went to an art show, and then I was gonna go out and I was just like, I'm like spent. And I was calling mom all day and she was like sleeping and she just didn't answer her phone. And it's a trip. There's a dude, I don't know if I could say it yet, but I think mom is going to, how's it going, Hans? I think mom is going to do an intro for a show on Friday that's like kind of I guess it's a big deal to me because it's like people I really love and admire and I could probably do something with. I mean, it's like if they're asking, we're really on their radar, you know? But I also feel like she like plays it. I don't know. I'm not nervous, but I'm nervous because her in front of a fucking crowd, not knowing what's going on. I mean, it's going to be great. I can't say no to it. Pineapple foods. Yeah. But so yesterday I was trying to call her and I couldn't get a hold of her. And I basically just kind of said yes without really saying yes. And then I just stayed at home and I kind of freaked out. And then I just was like looking at like my YouTube channel because I've been getting all these emails because I'm not good with any of this stuff. I'm good with bullshitting, but I'm not good with like tech or this and that and whatever. And so YouTube, it's like I became a partner and then you have to go through these steps. It's like taxes and this and that and whatever. And I'm just not good at paperwork. So I was doing it. And then I obviously like every single time, I've never done it straight once. Every time I send something out, I fuck up and they're like, yo, fill this out. And they're like, yo, fill this out. And so they did that and they said, yo, fill this out. And I was like, why does it? Because one of the reasons why it said Majestic Enterprise. And I was like, maybe it's just my name to make everything easy. Also, I was like, I wanted to do Majestic Enterprise stuff before even like full mom stuff. I just wanted that to be like a silly name that I'd go under. And then I was just like, Majestic Enterprise, Jordan Rainbow, Kevin Hayes, Lily. It's like, I was just like, let's make it at least, this is the same thing as like Instagram. And this is also, I think that's also the Discord. I don't know. But also, yo, Joe, could you, is the on this live in the description, does it say my Discord and my Instagram? But Bert took down the video. Sad. Was he? No. That's so funny. No, Big Cheese. He doesn't have anything up. I'm so surprised that he put, I mean, I'll tell you this more than anything, be honored that he put something up. I was blown away. But he doesn't have like a footprint anymore, you know? So it's like, I'm just, again, I'm so stoked that he just hangs out here and made a video for you. Like really, man, it's like, well, also, yo, Joe, Big Cheese, did you see the video that where he was talking? But yeah, wait, Joe, it is kind of a big, I don't know if I could say it. It says Kevin Hayes. Yeah, I mean, I figured it was just like the easiest, you know? Is that for this channel? Yeah, this is for this channel. Thank you, Laura. But okay, so this is what it was. There's a dude. I mean, I don't know if I could really say it. I would. I don't care, you know. But there's a dude who's like a fucking legend. And we met at a bar. We were just at a bar. We met, and that's weird as fuck. And we just hung out. And I was like, I'm not trying to like, you know, I mean, it's like meeting like it's like meeting. You know, my friend Ted says, you know, like once someone once someone makes anything you consider genius, like you just consider them a genius. You know what I mean? And this guy has made something that I consider genius by a long shot. I mean, like, you know, and with this practice, with this thing in particular, but he also made this thing. He was also in a super group that has a song. I mean, I don't know how to say it, but anyhow, he, yep, Instagram, Discord, dude, sick. I mean, Joe, thank you. I mean, I learned how to do that. So again, yesterday I was cleaning some stuff up, and that's why I cleaned up the name. But so this dude, so we met, and we met at a bar. Everything was just cool, and then I saw him at a show, and then his friends were my friends. And again, I was just like, I'm not trying to be like, hey, yo, what's going on? Like, how's it going? I love you, you know? Which is also probably like to my favor. Just like not bugging someone. How's it going, Scoobs? And then his girlfriend loves Mom. And then I was like, oh, Mom, these are my friends. And then, you know, my mom approaching anyone like a friend is just, you know, she just becomes a mom, you know? So everything's smooth. So then we were in New York, like not this time, but the time before for like Christmas. And he was DJing and he was just like, you want to come to this party? And I was like, cool. So I took Mom, and then people at the party were like, whoa, how'd you bring that lady? And then I was like, dude, I'm going to go to a bar. Like, I'm going to go to see my friend. And the friend I was going to see was also his friend. So then he was just like, okay, cool. We're good. How's it going, man? Like, it's like, we're buddies. And so yesterday he was just like, yo, we're playing 2 shows in LA. And I was like, is that an invite? Should I just be like, yo, could you put Mom and I on the list? And then I basically was just like, yo, would you mind if Mom and I come to this one? And I didn't get a hold of Mom. I didn't know if she was down. I didn't know if whatever. And then he was just like, just a thumbs up. And then he was like, yo, would you want to do something as an intro? And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, okay. You know, like, dude, Mom with the microphone in front of a crowd, and in LA, and I know in LA, it's like, there are people who just know her, you know? It's like, I really do think that, like, when it comes to, like, social media algorithm things, it does pump out wherever you're close, wherever you're around, you know? And like, even the last time this happened, Mom did something for Best Coast, and oh my God, I had to pull her off stage, but she just went, and she didn't have a microphone. She was so far away from the microphone, and her hands were up, and people were just like cheering. And this is a long time ago, so it's like she was a lot less Lily Hayes, you know. I mean, she was her, but people didn't know her as her, and she just stood there for like, I mean, I was on stage what felt like fucking 60 minutes. You know what I mean? It was probably 30 seconds. But I was like, oh my God, Hans, it's Sunday morning, man. We're bullshitting. I'm not. But I don't know what to do. I mean, it's going to be great. I can't say no to this. It's like an opportunity of a lifetime. And like, even just like, okay, so he DJs. My first guest was probably wrong. Let me see. Sabat, no. It's rap shit. It's not actual. Well, also, I mean, like, I could say something, but you, here I could give you a, what's the dude he did? Okay, I'll give you one little one. He did something with the dude from Blur. I'll say that. That's completely true and also very far from. Bro, nobody cares. Shit, fucking, you're on my stream. I give hella fucks, bro. I give hella fucks. Well, it's also crazy. It's just like, you know, I remember, you know, it's so funny. Like, it's like not even me being dramatic, but I remember I'm really close with my, when I was in high school, there's a thing called a case carrier, and because it's like for special ed kids, and it was basically like, if you got in trouble, you go there. You don't go to the principal. You don't go to the vice principal. Normally you go to the vice principal. And it was just like, you know, you go to your case carrier if like I did something wrong, or like the people in our crew. And I'm still buddies with my case carrier, like full, you know, like we're friends, you know? And And I remember her just, she affected me. She like, deeply affected me in my life. And she was like, I don't know. I was like, I was stayed after during lunch or something. And she was just like, all I want to do is affect one person, in while teaching. And I was just like, oh my God, how does it feel to be a success? You've affected me, Like I just in her fucking eyes being like, oh shit, so you're done. Like, yeah, you killed it. I'm affected. And she like teared up because she meant it. I mean, I meant it. It was full, full real. And I bring that up to say that, yeah, I can't believe I'm here. Are you kidding me? This is insane. Like, I can't, it's like, I'm having a conversation about like getting asked to do something with childhood heroes. Fuck, dude. It's also funny because it's just like, yeah, like, this is it. Like, I'm so fucking far from a cool kid. I give all the fucks. I care. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Dude, Hans, you could, I could take it. Mom is the one who's just like, ugh. I'll be like, shit, man. I'll take it for sure. Wait up, wait, I don't care enough about that scene. Oh, you mean? Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, it's also funny. I think that Joe, I think in particular, like this thing in particular is it's a bit, it's cutty. It's not, it's really, really, really popular, but it's very like underground. But it's just perfect timing. It was like a pivotal moment in my childhood. And it's really just that, you know what I mean? It's just like I'm not even joking. Like if like Oasis were to be like, could you introduce us? I would care less. And I fuck with Oasis, but I'd just be like, oh yeah, whatever. Like say whatever. This I'm like, it's like, it's like something that's like, it's like not pup to you, but it rhymes with pup in some way, This is gonna be great, man. I know you can't say something. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. It's also just like not mine, and I'm very quick to like not. It's not mine to talk, I like my. Uh, that's what's up, Sam. That's what's up. Because seven got free Kaiser. Wait, why is six jealous of seven? Because seven got free Kaiser. That's I can't imagine what mom is saying out in the world, with that joke. I'm sure like it's like if someone comes up to her being like, oh my God, you're the funny lady, and she just like, why is six jealous of seven? But I'm in the car with my husband and I have to fart and I know it's gonna be stinky. Let her rip, man. If not in front of him, then who? Kev, how's your day going? Evan, it's going well. Yeah, it's going well. It's actually going really well. Like I was supposed to do something today and I'm not anymore. That's why I'm streaming right now. And then I'm gonna work out a bit. I'm gonna go with mom. I'm gonna go to the market, and then I'm gonna go to work with mom. I might see a friend a little later, but it's good. You know those days when like you think you have something to do and then you don't, and then you're like, oh my God, I could just chill. I could just do whatever. How's it going, Hans? How's it going, San Diego? Nice to see you. Wait, she really needs those camera glasses. I know. She needs those camera glasses. Yeah, we need a pair. I mean, but also, is there like a is there a company that makes them that's not Meta or like Ray-Ban? I mean, like I feel like it's only a matter of time, but I'm like I don't like YouTube should make some, or like Twitch should make some. Like I want to wear them, or I want her to. How's it going, Anastasia? Wait, so I had a mom and a kid saying here, yes, we're going to go back to the States, but the kid and I would play stuff. Today I said Spotify at random. He was obsessed with, Italian brain rot. Whoa, what's Italian brain rot? Is it? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure brain rot translates in every language. I feel like brain rot's a language on its own. I don't know. Wait, he's been seeing me off. I think I should just do it. No safety. Yeah, go for it. Oh my God, what would Lily do? You know, how's it going, Valley Girl? Are you still doing jujitsu? Not. I mean, ish. Well, I mean, when I was doing the stuff with the dude, with my friend, one of the main things was just like I was just so much weaker than him and we were like basically like in the same weight class, and because he was a bigger dude that got smaller but like stayed like muscle, and I was a smaller dude getting bigger, I guess, if anything, in comparison to him. And hey, ready? And he was just like, you should get stronger. And so I'm doing that in order to start doing that again, you know? So yeah, just like kettlebells and stuff. My mom said I had hand me the black bag, PTSD flashbacks from the air. That's, I see. Wait, Lily in real life must be so awesome. It's so boring when people go brain over heart. Yeah. You know, I was at the art show yesterday. I was saying that I had a few friends who I have a good friend or a family, you know, it's a husband and wife that they're one of the dads is like a big like an old school, it's a really great idea they have, but he's like an old school like trumpet player. Like he played with like Dizzy Gillespie and like he is just a, you know, like a class, you know, Grammy winning trumpet player. And they're like, yo, I want to produce this record. I want to produce this next record. And then, you know, they're a little older than me, but they're dealing with their parents as like a one-to-one. They're seeing them, you know, they're seeing him every day. They're being like, yo, your stuff is awesome. Cause obviously, I mean, he's amazing. Like he's a talent, but it's like, yeah, it's like, yo, well, let's work with these kids and like, let's go fucking like Afrobeat. Like, let's make some like heavy, gnarly music that's not like the next kind of like almost like easy listening. Like, oh, I'm going to cover my favorite standards or whatnot. Like, just go fucking weird, you know, go like hard and like let it be the energy that like we're bringing to the project. And also, it's like when you're in that class, it's like you could put out a record a year. You know, he's like probably like still in like the traditional, probably on Columbia or something like that. You know, like what the fuck is another record? You know, which is also just so crazy. But I was like, oh my God, dude, like you fucking know what it's like. You know, it's like me. I feel like even mom doing this, I'm over here being like, yo, let's have a fucking schedule and let's do this. And she doesn't take it as like, it's not work, but it's not work. You know what I mean? It's like, if she looks at it like it's like, she's looking at it like it's just play. So if it's just play, then she's not, she doesn't take it as serious as, let's just say, I do. And they were like, oh my God, we're dealing with this dude as a partner as opposed to like a parent, and it's impossible. And I'm like, oh my God, this is this is not, oh my God, you're working on one project and there's going to be an end to it. I'm stuck with mom. I mean, or mom stuck with me, however you want to look at it. But it was funny because like they were like, oh yeah, like mom bodes well in this because she doesn't look at it like work. She doesn't look at it like a project. She doesn't look at it like it's like a job. She only is coming from the heart. So therefore she's not taking it like she's not coming from her brains, you know? And it's like, it's the blessing and the curse, you know? It's not the curse, but it's like, if she just like, yeah, it's like if she just went on a stream and she understood that she was going on a stream like someone else's, then she'd be doing the thing that she wants to do. Like she's so quick to like ask for help as opposed to doing the work. which is such a weird thing. I don't know. I mean, I know what I'm saying, but I don't think I'm doing a good job at explaining it. You need to make videos of her every day with those live. I mean, again, I would. I feel like Italian brain rot is almost Lily language. Lily is exactly like she is on here, a little less combative, but as real as it gets. Yeah, Big Cheese, and I mean, I mean this straight. I think that she's combative because she's around me. I think that our energy is like, I'm saying when we're on here, I think that it's like she feels me and I feel her. And then like if she sees crickers, then she's just like quick to pull out the saber. But like, yeah, when you, like I said, when you're hanging out, she's like almost like quiet and like sweet always, And then I'm over here being like, stop fucking lying because we know who you are. And then she'll like be like that lady, Yeah, so true. You need to get with the flow the river runs through. Yeah, I really agree. But that's it too, It's like again, we were saying it yesterday, but like if mom wasn't going with the flow and she did know that, like if she knew, like on Friday, she's not going to know what it is. She's going to be like, "Oh, cool, we're going to go to a show." And by the time she gets there, she'll be like, "Oh, cool, this place is big." And then by the time she's backstage, she's like, "Oh, cool, these guys are nice." She's not going to know who's who. And then by the time she's on stage, she'll be like, "Oh shit, this is real." And the thing is, if it's like, I know it's real, so already I'm over here being like, oh, I'm like stressed. I'm like, I know we have to do this. We can't say no. But I get it. Her charm is the fact that she doesn't get it. She's always going with the flow. In this world, it'd be a lot different where it's like I have a few friends, which is weird, just in my life that I met randomly, just like full blown on the street, random. And some of they're part of families that like mom, in terms of like business, was like, one day I want to meet this man, this and that. And it's like they invite me to dinner all the time, and it's just like, because I don't give a shit. It's the exact opposite. It's like mom, I've only seen it. I haven't seen it much, but I've seen it a few times where mom is over here being like, "What do I do with my hands?" Just like she's around some people that, again, I can give a shit less about. And I mean, they're all really sweet to me. It's like, I'm not saying anything bad about it, but vice versa. Like she's like, "Whoa, how the fuck are you here?" And I'm like, "Oh, because I don't care to be." And I would probably say that same exact thing. Like my Kilby was like, yo, we're gonna go to the show. I got tickets. And I was like, "Oh, sick." This is like 6 months ago. And then like literally, like, I'm gonna see him maybe today or tomorrow. And I'm like, they asked us to introduce the show. Like I can't, it's like, but again, it's probably because mom doesn't give a shit. She perfectly doesn't give a fuck in order to just be zen about the whole thing. And then she's basically like, everything's in slow-mo, like Spider-Man after he got bit kind of thing, It's cool as fuck sending her videos to friends and they've already going, "I fucking love her." That, oh my God, that's, dude, oh man, holy decay, that makes me feel so good. Yeah, it's crazy. There was a few times where there were like people who hit me up and they were like, they know me, and they're like, "Whoa, my friends are sending me videos of yours." And I'm like, "Whoa, that's so cool." But I still kind of like freak out about it. I watched this documentary. It was a little short film that Judd Apatow did about Don Rickles and Bob Newhart, and Rickles, by the end of his, also, one second, how crazy is this? Don Rickles in 1995, essentially, I mean, I'm sure he had a lot of work, but 2 jobs in terms of films, 95, Toy Story 1 and Casino. Insane. But I was watching this thing and there was a video almost before he passed, or maybe a year or two. And he sang a song called, I think that one of the opening lines is like, "I trade laughter for love." And I cried this morning, just like he meant it. And just hearing that, there's nothing that I feel like I'm Rickles in any way, and I don't feel like I'm trading laughter for love or anything. But when I hear that kind of stuff, like my heart like like I want to cry, you know? Like mom is over here being like, "Oh, cool, really? You like the videos?" You know, and I'm over here being like, "Oh my god, you know how crazy that is to me?" Like it's like I said I want to do this and then it's happening, you know? So honestly, I thank you for saying it. With the funny thing about um he actually, I don't know anything about that. It's like the Miles Davis clip about hearing music constantly. Oh yeah, that's a great clip. That's a really great clip. You know what's funny? Well, also that's another one. You know, like when it'll probably be conversation. I probably have some videos on this, but I've been, you know, even thinking about the Friday thing. I'm gonna go and be like, I'm gonna ask them to do some stuff in the future. But you know, a musician. I mean, it's tough when like I think a lot of people are really good at they know how to play their own music. They know how to play their songs. Like they know how to play what they've written and their parts and stuff. But when Miles says I hear the music, it's like it's really really hard. I feel like the moment where I'm like this motherfucker's real is when they have the dexterity and the wherewithal to play what they hear. I feel like that was always like the big leap of like, oh yeah, because I remember too like hearing about Paul McCartney writing Yesterday in his head about scrambled eggs, you know, and then thinking like, oh yeah, like if you could hear a song in your sleep, you could write no matter what. But I feel like a lot of people just kind of like pick up their instrument and they just do whatever their muscle memory is, as opposed to like it's crazy to just play what you hear. Jesus Christ. She's been called big fish on first. Oh yeah, well also, but you know that's like also a rite of passage when it's like when she's like, "Shut the fuck up," you know I know what you mean. You know it's like I know who you are. You know, as opposed to like if she really doesn't. That's also kind of like the bit for this weekend. I think that they're going to be like, "Oh, pretend she doesn't know," and I'm like, "Pretend." I'm gonna have to fucking nail in the name so she could forget it. You know, she'll be like, you know, she'll not know who you are to the point where you'll be offended as opposed to being funny. But I tried watching the podcast you were on telling, but I couldn't find it on YouTube. Only listened to it. Yeah, Evan, it's not on YouTube. Sorry, bud. Young me. I think that she's kind of getting back into the habit of that. And she had 2 podcasts for a while, and I think that this one's just audio only. I think that she filmed us for the clip. But again, I think that I'll be doing some stuff with her that we'll film. But thanks for looking it up, Evan. Big cheese. Yeah, the many names of cheese are becoming yeah, totally. I gotta get my cousin do shit Lily says what Big Cheese says. Yeah, for sure. I mean, but it's also that, I mean, I asked her, I feel like you were there when I asked, but I'm like, she doesn't know. It's weird. She recognizes your avatar. I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, like, but also, you know, it's like, you know, when like you try to like assume like what people's like vision is, like, I don't know. It's like, I could look, it's like Evans, Short Kittens, Hans is blue. It looks Joe. They're all kind of similar. Cheese is just like white, and it's like loud. Oh my god! Wait, I have also shown friends, family members. Oh my god, that's awesome. Also, oh my god, wait, you know what's crazy? Thanks, thanks, Short Kid. Wait, Rickles is the fucking best. So is New. Yeah, totally. Yeah, Big Cheese, have you seen that thing? The New Yorker put it out. I don't know. I'm like fucking stoked that like my like YouTube algorithm suggested it to me because it was so. I mean, it was like perfect for like my morning breakfast. But also, oh my god, dude! Yesterday when I was setting up the YouTube stuff, just like the few things I did, there's a tab that's copyright. And I was on Mom's, and then I looked at all the videos that were like that was our material, and and they were like, oh yeah, you could send like a 7-day take it down, or they get like a real warning or something, or maybe a strike. I don't know. I mean, like, again, it's like, it was like I had to fill out a form and it was a lot of words, but I was just like, yeah, cool, I'll give them 7 days to take it down and whatever. And then there was like a main one that was like the compilation video, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, like, I just like looked at all the videos thinking of what would mom do, and I sent it out, and then immediately it was also weird. It was like 11 my time. That was like, oh, is this really Lily and Kevin? Why is this happening? Or like, I didn't mean any harm. It was like chill, but also like, hey, yo, I don't know if this is really you. B, if I want to put this up for people who don't have TikTok, and I'm like, what the fuck does that wait? Like, I implore you to reconsider, kind of thing. And I'm like, again, I'm over here being like, oh, whoa, like, no hard like, yo, I know you didn't mean any harm or anything, even though I'm just like, oh, what did you just wanted money, making YouTube money off of TikTok, of our TikToks, like a comp, and I was just thinking, like, what would mom do? And it'd be like, oh my God, dude, could you imagine how fast the saber wouldn't even be out. It would just, it would just be the saber's in the holster. The saber's just like through your heart. It just be, it wouldn't even be out. It'd be like an anime, just like, when they do that, and then they're just like, the person's cut in half. But I feel like we all have a little bit of a lore connected with Lily. I agree with that too. And I love that so much. I think Lily would get emotional if she would meet anyone she gotten to know. I agree with that. Yeah, but again, she's like, she gets emotional. It's weird because it's also like, I don't know. She gets like, she does get emotional, but she also gets like, I don't know. Like, I get more emotional. She does, but she's always very quick to be like, oh, like, what do you mean? She's so very like, she doesn't even, she's in disbelief that she could possibly give someone that feeling. So therefore she doesn't even take it like it's real. She's just like, she's like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. I also feel like she never really like appreciated, like, she did, but like TV or something, or entertainment, or like art, or like comedy, or whatever you want to call it. She just took it as like not real, to the point where if someone approaches her thinking that like, or like assuming that she's kind of like some modern, if someone's like, you're like my Betty White, she's just like, okay, awesome, you're lying, and whatever, I'm just a lady, give me a hug, where I hear that and I'm like, they're not lying. This is like, like, this is like crazy, dude. But so she does, but I mean, oh my God, I told you when we went to that festival, and she was just tired, and she traded my friend a pair of shoes, and she was just hot. And then this woman came up to us, and she came up to me because mom was talking to a friend, and then she was just like, oh my God, I really love you guys. And then she just said like, oh my God, and she started crying to me, and I was like, oh, yo, don't sweat, like, yo, like, yo, my God, you honestly, here's a hug. You don't want to talk to me. I know you want to talk to mom. You know what I mean? And not in like any disrespect to me or anything. I'm just like, let's just cut to the chase, And mom was talking to someone, they were really in it. And then, and let's just say we were waiting for like 5 minutes or so. And I was really just like, yo, how was your day? How was the show? How are you doing? And she was so sweet. And it was like, a few minutes in, and I'm sure the minutes felt a lot longer because, we're kind of waiting for mom and this and that. And then she was just like, no, really, 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 it's okay. I don't need to meet her. And I was just like, I knew who mom was talking to. So I was like, okay. Like, don't worry. Like, just let him finish, And then, and I told her, I was just like, this is going to mean more to mom than it means to you. And she was just like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then she kept on talking. She's like, no, I really should go. And I was just like, okay, get the fuck out of here. Talk to my friend. And then she said hello, and it was just bawling on both ends. But it was just like, mom didn't get, she was just like, oh, I thought she was in trouble at the show, not like, oh my God, you're that lady. I can't believe I'm in front of you. And then it was just like hugging, but it was also just like grandma shit. It wasn't like, oh my God, I watch your TikToks. It was just like, I don't know how you're feeling this way. I don't know how I'm like touching this part of you. And then again, like maybe mom gets it then, you know, where she's like, my mom is like wiping tears off of her face, you know, her cheeks. And she's like, what is happening, you know? But she's still in like disbelief. If you could play what you hear on the spot, your ultimate flow, best feeling. Oh, 100%. Cry, laugh, shit. That's 100%. Yeah, I need to go watch the Harry Butthole thing. Thanks. Wait, Kev, I sent you a disco message. If you text it to mom, I feel like she's gonna be pissed at you, which is all I want. Okay, I'll look at it in 1 second. Because I changed my YouTube name to Big Cheese and added a grilled cheese. But I mean, you also hacked mom's heart. Because she gets it, you know. I mean, that's it. She needs to see, you know. I have met up with Lily Kevin in LA a couple times. Hope to again soon. Yeah, for sure. I'm bummed we didn't get a chance to like say what's up after the show. Because also it was a bit intense after on our end. But I also, we totally were like, we were waiting outside for you, or we were like looking for you when we were outside. Is this currently a scammer? I think I don't know. I don't. To be honest with, I sent the email saying it's me, and then they came back and they were like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, my bad. I love you guys. Can you tell mom?" They were like a fan, but it was also kind of like weird where I'm like, I'm not saying that they weren't. I mean, it's like I don't know. I mean, I've never uploaded someone else's stuff, so it's like. Let me ask you guys, you know, be honest, you know, it's like, do you think that someone would re-upload someone else's stuff just in the hopes that other people will enjoy the entertainment because they might not have an app, you know, or do you think that there's a little bit of scammer in there, you know? Lily would be Sam. Oh my God. Mom would be, again, I wouldn't want, you know, it's like, I wouldn't want mom talking, or I wouldn't want someone saying, oh my God, that lady. But granted, it would be, I never want mom to come off like a fucking dick, but it's also like, you know, yesterday I was talking to a friend and they were like, nice Lily, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, touche, you know? But I mean, it's like, I really was. I was like, oh, just know, like, I was like, sweet. I was me. I was just like, dude, just know I'm not gonna. I'm not singling you out. I sent this to 50. You know, it's like I didn't know about the copyright tab, and I'm like, wait a second. It's like, okay, wait a second. Here, and then it's just like watching like the amount of subscribers that they got through a video. I'm like, dude, you got on this one video alone, you got more subscribers than mom has. Period on YouTube because of this video. Come on, man. Come on. Just a close up of her eyes and yeah, dude. yeah. There's a serious Star Wars anime. Whoa, that's awesome. I'm not talking emotional, like crying. Yeah, I know. Again, but I think that mom gets the tears for some reason more than the laughs. I don't know why. By the way, I forgot to say I love your place. Oh, thanks a lot, Joe. Thanks a lot, Evan. Kevin, have you seen the hubbub about the music rights on YouTube? Some of the biggest reaction video music journalists are teaming up to try to get the recording industry and YouTube to fix it. No, Big Cheese, what's the deal with it? Are they trying to use copyright music for their videos? Because I know you kind of can't at all, right? If you were having a party with 10 artists, fuck. I mean, of all time? That's a gnarly question. Oh yeah, of all time or like right now? Wait, just letting you know that I would be lying if I said I might not be said that might not be how our meeting would go. Oh my God. Well, but that's also, I mean, it's like, it's also funny too. And I feel funny because I'm like, sure, kidding. It would be the same on our end. But on that same breath, it's like I wouldn't know even how to tell this. It's like I wish I could tell this woman come here because I know she'd want to be here. But I also don't even no. This was a thing, but I don't even know. It's like I'm also not good at being like, hey, if you like that, check this out, or like, yo, YouTube. But I know she would like so love this. And again, I feel that same way. Yeah. Um, not the way that they're doing it. A little bit scamber in there. Yeah, current Facebook one. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I also definitely a bit scamber. That's what I'm saying. I also feel like I mentioned too. Like I was like I was being nice. I was being nice and honest, but I was just like, yeah, I just found this tab. Also, people have been pretending to be us, and it's getting a little funny. It's getting a little weird. So it's like it's not this. I'm not like, oh my God, it's this video. I'm like, okay, cool, let's crack down on this a bit more. And also, like, if it's not up over there and it's up on our channel, then it's like, this is us. um Wait, I farted, I got yelled at, but now I got to figure out a way to convince him to take me to In-N-Out before I go home taking I don't. Wait, are you talking about Facebook people? They went past sharing videos. No, Big Cheese. I was talking about on YouTube yesterday. Someone on YouTube. I like. There's a copyright tab on the YouTube studio thing. I never clicked on it because I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? And then it was a bunch of people who were taking our videos and uploading them. So like, it's like they have a system. So, and also it's a trip because when I sent over the email, it's not even an email. It was like I just clicked on all the videos, and then it was just like a very probably like cut and dry, cut and paste YouTube, like take this down in 7 days or you get a copyright strike or something. And they were like, is this real? Because again, it's like, that's what I also feel like too. It's like I feel like it was like this person talking to another person like that, and as opposed to me. So they were like, oh, is this real? Is this the real Lily and Kevin? I really advise. It's like I really what did they say again? I really it was something I really hope you reconsider. And I was like, again, I'm over here being like, dude, if my mom was here, if I just said that, because again, like I read it and like I got that, it's like, what it is. It's like, it's kind of like a little like ping. I feel like it's like the same thing you get with like love or hate. It's just like there's a little something where I'm like, oh my God, is this me being offended? Or it's like, oh my God, wait, are you like, I'm like, it's like there's a reason why my hands on the trigger. I'm like reaching for my weapon, but I get the like tiny thing, and then I'm like, oh no, they whatever. I'm not trying to get my weapon. She doesn't have the little thing. She's just like, the second she sees it, she's just like, dude, you're trying to take my shit. Are you joking me? Like, this is like, and especially, this is another thing with mom. I think if it was hers, that if she made the things, she'd feel more empathetic for some reason. She'd feel more okay with, she'd be like, no, it's fine, could you just take it down? But because it's mine. And then also like, because there was a moment in time where she realized that me being on my phone wasn't me playing on my phone. Like, she kind of really realized that like there were people, like let's just say her grandchildren or something, they were on their phone consuming. I was on my phone making. And when she kind of realized that, she's like, oh, wait a second, he's not playing with his time. He's doing this thing for real. So once she sees me do that, then she's like, oh, wait a second, they're taking from his work. So then she's just really like, she's all mad, So yeah, I mean, but this was also the first step of me thinking, okay, I'm going to make the Facebook page and then try to take that down too. Meaning, I don't think they're a fan. Yeah, they're imposters, not a fan page. I think that I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I think that really my guts are just like, yo, LA Gear, how's it going? Yo, Epeasy, how's it going? You mean Mom's on Friday? I can't really say anything at the moment. But you know what I'm saying with the fan page. I don't think it's a fan page, but I do think that like they got a hold of some of our videos and then they went down the rabbit hole, and I think that they were like, this is really funny, and I think they were like, awesome, let's rip these, and then I know that this is going to get views or whatever, you know. And I think that that's what happened. Again, I mean, I mean it. It's like I've never seen this. I've never seen this tab. And then it said like how many. It said it had all this like data, and I'm not good at fucking reading data either, you know. But I mean, they make it for fucking me. They YouTube spells it for Kev for real. But I was like, damn, bro, like, yo, that's crazy. It's like, yo, even if, let's just say you put up this video for how many years now, and then you got whatever you got off it, and all I'm doing is telling you to take it down, yo, you came up, man. It's like, yo, it's like that. It's like, I just be like, yo, man, thank you. You know? It's so difficult to use YouTube from a creator standpoint, with how strict the music copyright laws are. Any genre that has done original music in video games gets instantly demonetized. You can also add a watermark on YouTube to help with people stealing video footage. I saw the watermark option. I just don't even have one, but I guess it's like I could probably just upload anything, just like Mom's face. Yeah. Or yeah. But also the thing is, they took it from TikTok. So it's also funny because it was like there was the Lily Hayes watermark, TikTok watermark. But again, I think that like kind of like going down some of those rabbit holes, they don't even care, you know? Or I mean, people just don't really like look, you know? It's mostly regarding fair use of others' materials, legal standards. That's saying short clips, excerpts, headshots. Oh man, I hope that's not the case. I mean, I get it when. See, you know, that's also one reason why I went to TikTok. TikTok was encouraging to use. I mean, TikTok is also the radio. It's just like there's a lot of times where like, I don't know. I mean, like I hopped on an audio and I can't think that I didn't help putting it out there because some of those videos got fucking views. But I also feel like a lot of those artists, they got compensation or their labels or whatever. But again, I mean, it's just a slippery slope. It's really crazy about how much is changing. But I mean, I don't know if using music to me is kind of fair use, because I don't think that people are really I think that I said it before. Music could sell anything besides itself. I think that when people use the music, it's to sell something or it's to make a better video. You know, it's like also I remember hearing about David Dobrik never taking $1 from YouTube because he only used copyright music. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably one of the reasons why his vlogs did so well. And I mean that. It's like, there's for sure, you know, like on the opposite end, there's like Emma Chamberlain who just uses YouTube audios of at the time, you know, copyright music, you know, copyright free music, whatever the fuck. Or like YouTube public domain. But that was also a part of the meme. It's like you can go either way, but it's like him using like Queen and ELO, and of course it's like so easy. It's like you're really making a film. But that's why again I went to TikTok as opposed to YouTube, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but I kind of wish I just went to YouTube a little earlier. I think TikTok's stitching has ruined what people think is fair use. At least stitching, I completely get that. When people download the video and cover up the name and repost, yeah, totally, dude. Where it's just like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, bro, they got off easy. They're lucky you didn't demand. I know. It was funny because I was also thinking that. Because I was thinking, I don't know. You know, there was a few. Again, it was like it wasn't late, but it was like later than like in my mind, I'm like, cool, I'm drinking coffee in the morning. Let me work. I don't really have a schedule like that. But when it was like later, I was just like, I'm not going to do anything serious. He's like, I'm not going to fucking read some documents and just like agreements and this and that. But there was before to send out like the fucking, the like take the shit down, there was a few options to be like, kind of like, how severe do you want this to be? Do you want it to be, you give them 7 days to take it down, or they get in trouble, or it's like immediate when you're reading this, if you don't take it down while this window is open, you get a copyright, whatever. Or I'm sure there was other options being like, keep it up and take the money, whatever. I was just like, just take it down, And yeah, and I think that again, it was just weird where like, that's cool. Again, it's fucking me. It's fucking me, Um, and then yeah, like the follow-up email being like, is this really even you? So it's like, I'm kind of talking to like my own people. Don't fucking tell me to take this down. Because also I'm sure they're like, how do you have the authority? You know what I mean? Because I think that the only way that would be the case would be if someone made a whole account where they're only uploading our videos, so it really looks like it's just us. I think that they were just kind of putting together YouTube or TikTok comps, or like short form comps, and our likeness was in some of them. But then again, I was also thinking, like, you remember when we posted that video, the soy sauce and the vegetables? I thought nothing of it, and then I think that he tried to take it down, and then we went through a process of like explaining to YouTube that it was us. It was like our license, our whatever. So maybe it's like, oh, this is really them. So that's why they gave us the authority to be like, oh yeah, just letting you know, these people have put these videos up. And I'm like, if it was like, I mean, there was someone who made like they did a podcast about us. And I'm like, that's awesome. Oh my God, I feel so fucking flattered. But it's like, if it's really just fucking the pancake pie video looped for fucking 10 minutes, man, I'm sorry. Especially when like, not that I even care for it's like obviously I'd prefer the views than not, but I'm like, it's just like, no, like I would rather have it linked to our account, even if it just has the amount of views it does, as opposed to like yours having millions. It's just like, no, it's like, I don't want someone finding this and then like going to you, because I also feel like it's a slippery slope. One fucking beer, and then it could be the Facebook thing being like, oh, fuck it, these are getting views, let's pretend to be these people. It's just like, no, let's just nip it in the bud now. You guys have to make sure the pixel requirement matches for everything. I think the watermark needs to be this size. Oh, I see, Joe. Wait, but I forgot who. Wait, was it you? No, it was ePeasy that helped me resize. Yeah, I learned how to resize some stuff. But yeah, but I'm also thinking of like, I'm just like looking. But this is also maybe my problem too. Should I be really selective about what I do? Because I'm just like I'm on my computer. I was just like, I'll just do this, but maybe I should just do one that's like very mom, something like this, No, I should have the watermark just be like a very, very straightforward Lily Hayes photo, or I probably should just I should probably like think about it for more than 1 second. Kevin short clips is like 5 seconds. It's mostly for I see. Oh yeah. So it's just in a reference. That seems fine to me. Also I feel like that seems good for everyone. Like it's like a critic using, oh yeah, I think that's great. I just feel like it's just the only problem I think that's amazing. I don't think that people would really have a problem with that, but I feel like it's just kind of like me talking about people taking our comps or something. It's like people just get fresh. You know what I mean? It's just like some people are like they do it straight, and then those are people. There are people who are like, fuck it, like let's just use everything. And then it's just like, wait a second, you know, you can't, you can't like, you can't be lenient. Like you can't let the people. It's like, because it's also one of those like if there's 99 people that are just using fair use in a 5-second clip and it's straight, and there's that one person who's just like fucking our Facebook page, then it's just like it's hard to police, and it's easier to be like, fuck it, no one gets anything, you know? But it sucks. I mean, I think it totally sucks, because I also do believe it'd be good for the artists. I mean, it's like, yeah, like it's like when I gain, it's like when I have my traction over here and this and that, like I would love to be talking about music. And I also do believe that I think that, artists wouldn't mind if I talked about it, because they also know I'm not trying to steal shit, I'm not trying to fucking get on, I'm over here just being like, fucking, no. Like, you go listen to it. I don't want to show you I want to play you the song. Listen to it. This is good, Go to them. But I mean, I get, especially I feel like artists would be a lot more lenient when it comes to fucking labels. Fucking, they'll never get it. Yeah, it's terrible cheese. I'm not surprised here. The main guy having the issues is the professor of rock. He does top 10 lists and posts interviews. The song clips are always 5 seconds or less. See, he literally that's great. Yeah, that's great. He even has stuff muted. Oh man, that's a fucking bummer. But see, because that only helps. No one loses there. And so Big Cheese, they're trying to take his shit down and fuck with the whole thing. Sometimes sample, I would say they look better without the backgrounds. Are you doing mods for YouTube's? I don't know. I didn't even know there were mods on YouTube's. Dude, Joe, you explained to me that there's fucking clips on YouTube, and I was watching YouTube videos about clips. I didn't know that was a fucking thing. Thank you for anyone or whoever, if you want a clip, please, But also, it's a bummer. I also feel like YouTube is just really late to like short form anything. So it's even if it's still 60 seconds, it's kind of weird. Because I think that they just made shorts more than 3 minutes or 3 minutes. But also, if you use a song in their library that's over a minute, it gets taken down. It's really weird. So like if Mom goes on a rant for a minute and 20 seconds and I use a song, the whole video gets taken down. But if Mom goes on a rant for 45 seconds and I use a song, it's totally fine. I think YouTube is just weird. But I mean, or just kind of like just trying to keep up. And in that world compared to this, where like they're obviously the kings over here. Wait, that Facebook page is doing two things that could be worrying. It has content that is not in line with your Lily, could be considered defamation because they are not labeled parody, and two, they're using AI to make images of Lily doing things she doesn't do. That's a huge slippery slope in today's online presence. What should I make? Should I make a Facebook page today? Is that seems like the most? Because now it's like I could actually talk. It's like Mom just thinking that like fucking Zuckerman is taking your money. Is that what I should do? Should I make a Facebook page? Do you think that's the easiest? It's the American way. Do whatever you want. Claiming, yeah. And the whole what is it? I mean, I know I'm getting it wrong, but it's like, you ask an inch, you take a mile, whatever the fuck that is. It's like, that is it. It's just like, it's like chill, I mean, what's also, it's crazy because a lot of the copyright stuff on my channel here are music videos I made that I've uploaded and I like unlisted or I privated. So I was the original uploader of the videos because I would upload and then I would share with the artist and be like, is this final approval? And then I'll color it and then we'll move on from there. But nothing was copywritten. There was no copyright anything when it came to, artists covering their music, where I'm like, oh, well, that's just going to be my angle, But I would like to talk about things that are, but also, I mean, I think that another thing, well, one thing I wanted to do, I was trying to get in the habit of it. That's why I went live early today, is on Twitch, because you could DJ on Twitch. I want to do Sunday mornings where I'm like, oh man, I just picked up whatever and I picked up whatever. And I think that would be great, because again, it's like, I'm not over here being like, oh my God, look at me and my fucking music taste. I'm over here being like, listen to this artist. This is great. I don't know Facebook, but I say take those fuckers out. I agree. I mean, it's just, it's also weird because it's like, it's the person who like was like, I hope you reconsider. That's wild. But I'm like, you just took some videos. This makes me feel funny. You know what I mean? Like those images make me feel weird. I feel like making a Facebook page would be pertinent before it gets too out of hand. It's still ridiculous, but I agree. The main issue with YouTube is there isn't a standard for who can make the complaint of copyright. Anybody can, as far as I know. The Proof of Rock says it's often people at the same label, not in the loop. Interesting. Interesting. Fuck, I haven't made a Facebook page in forever, dude. So, dude, Joe, I'm pumped too, man. Fuck. I mean, I got to, right? I mean, yeah, no, it's definitely weird. I just wish, maybe, what, I'm gonna post a thing on YouTube today, or on Instagram today, being like, who's at Facebook, or maybe I'll do it on Monday. Because if someone's working over there, I feel like it's so fucking obvious, and I'm like, I just don't want another thing, man. I want to, but this is it. I mean, I signed up for it, So it's like, also, Cheese, is the Professor of Rock, is he a big channel? It's funny. Yeah. This is also, I think that, when kind of like talking about how important I think that this whole thing is, and even me being like comfortable in this setting where it's like, this wasn't necessarily in the cards for me, like, or in my dreams growing up and whatnot. But I'm like, the law and art and entertainment, the law is changing. So it's like, I know that it's like, it's not like, it's like, yeah, hop on board with this. There's waves forming, man. It's been still waters for years. And now it's like, bro, the fucking law is getting involved. This is not a joke, like, things are fucking different these days. Or they're becoming different. And I mean, I feel like it's like, they're going to land on something. Cause I mean, I also feel like, I remember the first time I took YouTube seriously was, I told you guys, but it was when I made that music video, and then JonTron posted about the music video I made with my friends in this band called Pop Etc. And then at the time, it was JonTron and H3H3 made the video that we were in. And then I was just like, who are these people? So I just looked them up on YouTube. And then H3H3 was going through that lawsuit, the fair use lawsuit. So it was even like, dude, when I put up the copyright strike, or when I put up the take the videos down last night, it said, before I pressed send, it said like, yo, if you are like, just letting you know, if the videos that you're claiming right now are under fair use, and you're kind of abusing this, it's your ass. Like, make sure you're claiming these videos that are just taking from you, as opposed to like who has done fair use, whatever. And I'm like, whoa, this is wild. And I just remember at the time there was none of that, you know? It's like, it was like, you know, when I was like being like, what is this? What are these like reaction channels? And then being like, oh, wait a second. They are transforming this, this content into something else. But I also feel like, you know, every so often, because I was watching this stuff back then, like I'll tap in now and I'm watching H3 go through that huge lawsuit with like the people who they're going after, which I feel like is going to change the law again, which is just bananas, dude. Put out the message like LimeWire would be shitting right now if yeah. The music related journalist creators are trying to get YouTube to ignore complaints that qualify as fair use and get an agreement with the industry on how music can be used in full. Yeah, I mean, I think that that's a good, or, you know, well, look, even Twitch, what they did was they were like, I think the split is 70-30, the creator to Twitch. And then they were like, okay, if you're a Twitch DJ, it's like 33-33-33. It's like the label, Twitch, you. And it's like, all right, those are the rules, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's like the game, you know, which makes just sense compared to, again, it'd be great if whatever TikTok or YouTube just took whatever it did, but the music industry is just like, oh yeah, cool, like that's fair use. But again, policing that kind of shit, because it's just like, of course, there's just gonna be the people who like do not give a single fuck. Or maybe it's like, it'd be good if it's like the channels have to go through a vetting process, and then it's just like, oh, let me, you know, like or maybe like if the channel goes through the vetting process through the label, being like, oh, this person really is just trying to review or something. But again, I wouldn't know how to do that. It's like the amount of videos being uploaded since this stream started. What is it? Like millions, you know? Wait, I hope you reconsider such a crazy thing to say from someone who's openly stealing content from you guys as well as misrepresenting a person for a clout. Dude, need a I mean, yeah, man. It was, again, I was like, I read it and I was like, oh man. It's like I was just like, yo, you know, and I mean, all I wrote was like, no, I'd really appreciate if you took it down. And also, you know, I mean, dude, they were, you know, another thing that kind of really freaked me out. Because again, I really think that like I think that they were like, again, I think they were like, this is funny, we could make some money over here, you know? But it was weird because the Facebook thing, that's the really strange thing, is like whenever we say that like they're kind of like in the chat or they might be in the Discord or whatever. But when I sent them, yeah, we'd really appreciate it if you take it down. They were like, oh my God, yeah, for sure. Like, sorry, I meant no harm. And again, I mentioned, I don't think you really did, you know, but I was just, you know, they were like, I meant no harm. I'll take it down. There's another video. I'll take that down too, if you don't mind, or if you want. And I'm like, yeah, man, you know, but they were like, oh my God, I love you guys. Tell Lily hello. Oof to you. And I'm like, oh, you're in it, dude. Like, you're in it. You're probably in it on TikTok. You're probably not in it on YouTube, but you're in it. And I was like, oh my God, the call's coming from the house, whatever the fuck, you know? I'm on my phone and didn't know how to open another YouTube tab to check his account. I think he has over 1 million, definitely hundreds of thousands. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's also one of those things where like labels in particular, I think that with some artists who are they're pushing, they get really stressed and a bit jealous when they come across people who have a bigger following than them. And they also get like, they get mad, you know, and they're like, I feel like they kind of turn into mom a bit, being like, they're making $1 million off of whatever. And it's just like, no, it's more like they've made money. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's like if $1 is yours, you know, and you deserve it, you deserve it, you know? But I think that they're very like, oh no, this is ours. Fuck that. zero tolerance. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, let me hear this out, you know? Or even like, but I think that this is also a state of mind of like a youngster today who is going to be next in line to run some of these companies or be managers or whatever. I think that they could consider all the factors and be like, oh, you know what? Even this person, you know, it's like, I remember, you know, like me being like, oh yeah, there's comps of mom on TikTok or on YouTube. And then like Aaliyah being like, oh, that's how I found out about you guys. And I'm like, okay, look, well, that's like net positive. You know, I wanted to say I guess, but it's not an I guess, but it is funny. You know, people are finding out about us through it, but I'm also like, it's not us. And I think that again, like one funny scamber moment, they could be like, I want to make the whole account this, you know, and then it gets weird, which I'm like, okay, cool. If I'm looking at it like a label, maybe as more of like the youngster in terms of state of mind, I'm like, cool, this is beneficial. People found out. Awesome. Just take it down. You know, I don't want any problems. I don't want to be mean. But then again, I also totally understand that, like, I mean, if they made a few $1,000s off a video, it's just like, what do you mean, man? I made those videos. You put it up. I could just pay my rent with that. It's like, you know, it's like, and again, I'm not like, oh my God, why I oughta, where yeah, like if I told mom any of that stuff in a very practical way where it's just like, okay, cool, it's not fucking Zuckerman that's taking the fucking thing, it's someone, then she'd be like, oh, wait a second, it's a person and it's not like a superpower. Fucking, like, let me at him. You know, it's just like, and again, it's like in my head, I'm like, I could make content because just like anytime she yells, it's funny. But she's not joking. She's just like, dude, it's like, you know, she's looking at it very, 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 very straightforward. Like, you're taking food out of my mouth. And I don't care if someone found out about us because of it. Fuck you, pay me. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, she's very like, fuck you very much. And again, I get that too. She's not wrong. But again, that's why I feel like it's a slippery slope where like with these labels, it's just a bit of a bummer because it's like the labels are eating, and it's sad because some of these artists aren't, and the artists are like, I need exposure. It's a slippery slope, man. Wait up, there's a bigger creator joining. I also I don't know. Well, I didn't know that if verification means something. I mean, I bet you it does. Someone who really gets it is Ren. I only found him because of huge reaction video creator. And he was fully credited. That's it. I think that I think it just boils down to like if the shit is just credited correctly, you know, it's just like. And again, and it's also, you know, it's just a bummer. It's just one of those things where like this isn't the end of the world. It's something even that crazy. It's just one fucking wrinkle that will be ironed out relatively soon, where it's gonna be like, yeah, they're gonna figure out the like, oh yeah, just a proper credit or. But it's also like, I mean, there's the Halloween comp that we have up on Mom's channel isn't monetized because all that music is at Mom's, and it's just like I knew that going in. I was just like, I just want this video out more than I'm like not looking to get paid for it. Or I could also be like, I could just edit it out, but I also feel like it's like. That's kind of like the shady behavior because it's like if I'm using, I don't know, like a Philip Glass music or whatnot, or like something that might be a little bit like tougher to find, like, I don't know, like Henry Mancini, even though like he's having a odd, cool fucking moment. But like if you're using that kind of music, it's not easy. It's like you know, people are like, this is movie music. And it's not like to get credited, you know, it's just like, it's like if you're using some like if you're using like Doja Cat or like whatever, it's easier to like pick up in the AI, but and also like it gets its credit because it's like a part of like the lexicon of today, where like yeah, some of the old stuff that like I was using like film score shit, it's like I'm just stealing. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm just making a video using this art that they're that make people more emotional because of, so therefore the video is better, at least in my opinion, kind of thing. But I think that when it comes to like a reviewer, like maybe it's like before like I mean, I think they do this on Twitch more than they do it on YouTube, but even though they do it on YouTube, but like there are, you know, it's like you have to be a certain, it's like you're like a certain creator, like you're e-commerce, you know, you're a social media person, you are, you know, and I mean like in terms of like advice or whatever, like you're entertaining, you are you know, you're political, you know, you're like just an educator. Like maybe if you're like a journalist or you're a critic or you are a music fill in the blank, maybe with that you just have to go through like more of a process to be like, okay, let me see that you're legit compared to like posting anything. You know what I mean? Where like, I think that, you know, it's like, again, like, it's not even like it'll work. It's going to happen for sure soon, but who knows when, you know? But so 1 second. So also Cheese. So is this, wait, so I, you know, I should get on that. Like, how do you, wait, you said Professor Rick, Professor Music? Professor of Rock. Of Professor of Rock, almost 1.4 million. I mean, yeah, I mean this dude, 1,400 videos. I mean, this dude has a fucking target on his back, 100%. Yeah. Also, I mean, he's making videos that's like can get 500,000 views in 6 days. I mean, they hate his guts, you know. It's yeah, I'm stoked to watch this. I'm like really stoked to watch this. And so 1 second. So Big Cheese also, is he putting out videos based on this fair use stuff, or is it just still music stuff, but he's like kind of like talking about it a bit? Because I could only imagine in this. See, that is a funny thing too. It's like I bet you if he's just making videos on music, he just loves music. But if he makes videos on this controversy, like he's really playing the YouTube game, I'm sure it's only gonna like bode well for him in terms of like money. You know what I mean? Like everyone, it's like I want to hear about what's going on because I would love to hear the legal suits of like how the fucking industry is changing or like falling apart, or like, I'm not trying to watch anything burn, but I feel like I do. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that like the old way is rough and I'm down for it to change. So because of that, I'm like down to watch it kind of burn. But I feel bad because it's like the artist really, it's like, well, also, but again, it's like, what time in human history did the artist not get fucked? You know what I mean? What time did it not be like someone's getting paid for someone else's work, you know? Everything he does is fair use, but is he getting copyright strike like it's not? Or is he just having the conversation about the fact that, dude, new episodes Monday to Sunday. I fuck with this dude. He posted a video yesterday about the issue and who's helping him. Oh, is it the scam is up? Because also that dude Rick. Well, welcome to. It's also funny. You know, again, and I do get it in this funny way or I don't know. Like, so yesterday I was at this art show, and my friends were kind of like, they just did whatever they wanted. Like they've been, they do animations, okay, I'll check it out. Little parts of his videos get muted and ruin them. I mean, I bet. But so yeah, so it's like there was this, or there is this like institution that's saying that like, like you have to be represented by a gallery, and then the gallery shows, their buyers and this and that, and there's a certain gatekeepiness about the way that the art world was or is, and the gatekeepers obviously don't want to change it. And now it's like you could reach an artist in the DMs in a way where it's like, okay, it's like if you could just vet them and be like, do you really collect? What do you have? And then it's like, if you're a serious person, then it's like, come to the studio. And it's just like, well, why would you need a middleman? And in some regards, it's just like, it'd be good just because you don't have to do that work. But others is like, some people just, don't want it, but it's like in the law, it's like, oh my God, of course. It's like, wait a second, like someone who is a fucking patron, it wants to fuck with me directly. How is this a lose, But we were kind of going back and forth, and then, and I was like in a gallery, I was in a gallery with fine artists, and then there was me, and it's just like, it was just, people being like, oh yeah, like what do you do? And I'm like, my mom's a meme, and I make stuff, and they're like, oh cool, like I really don't know what that means, but because again, like, they're also, a lot of people are on the, like, in like, trying to get on the conveyor belt to be in that world of the gatekeepers, because that's the path that they were on, And so it's funny thinking about this stuff, Cheese, where it's like the Professor of Rock, it's like, look, dude, Monday through Saturday, a video every day, and videos could be getting 400,000 to 100,000 views. That person is making more than probably a lot of like artists trying to put out stuff, trying to get seen by a fucking label, trying to get seen by a fucking gallery. So I think that like, that's another reason why it's like, again, I'm not saying that like there's a certain language that some people who are, they're not traditionalists, because they're not traditionalists. They're just like, I am here in my life. I could either choose to make a left, or I could just stay on the fucking path I'm on, and I hope it doesn't change in the long run. And I'm over here being like, I'm like articulate in the world I'm in, but if I'm over your head even in the slightest, they fucking can't stand me because I'm speaking gibberish, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm around a lot of people who I sound like mom speaking English to them in this world, but they don't want to learn another language, man. It's fuck no, dude. So it's like looking at someone like this, I feel like, and again, I fuck with it because it's just like, what do you mean? He's just talking about his opinion and he's playing the game of YouTube. That's fucking awesome. He figured it out. It's like, could you imagine figuring out how to fucking make a living off of doing what you love? Get the fuck out of here. To be honest with you, I appreciate that. I appreciate that more than some fucking artists who are fucking like trying to make art to just fucking get on a fucking label that could sell their work, as opposed to like, this motherfucker just wants to talk about music. Sick. It's like, dude, that I bet you his shit's pure. I mean, I don't know. I'm projecting, but I bet you he just wants to talk about fucking, I don't know, man. I saw Alanis Morissette on a thumbnail. That motherfucker, I don't think, I mean, I love Alanis Morissette. I don't think that he's like trying to get fucking views using Alanis. And again, I mean that with all due respect. I love you, Alanis, but he means it. You know what I mean? And I'm sure the people who watch him mean the watch. They mean the view. And the game is views and supporting people. And yeah, thinking about, oh my God, if I rub backs with this, if I rub shoulders with this person, and I fucking I play the game in this world that has to do with, this person's Rolodex. Again, I'm not mad at that game at all, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I fuck with the internet. in this regard, you know, and I don't think that shit's going anywhere. Um, I mean, I fucking know that shit's not going anywhere. Wait, the one that really set him off was he interviewed a guy from Van Halen. In the video he posted a 5-second clip of this song they talked about. All the music got muted. He, oh my god, yeah, he was quitting. Yeah, I mean, Casey Kasem YouTube, that's awesome, dude. His stuff is very nostalgic. That's awesome. Not new, dude. That's awesome. I love this guy. The hangout style streams are becoming more popular. I agree completely. I mean, also like yeah. Well, it's also a trip too because it's like I want to consume more, but again, I'm like, dude, I woke up, I want to do Sunday morning streams, and I make a lot, so I can't be at two places at once, you know. But the thing is, I believe it, so I'm doing it, you know. And I do think yes, he's 109% about promoting old music. 109%, bro. He fucking means that shit. Wait up. I don't know his backstory, but I'm assuming he's a DJ in music. Yeah, you know who's really cool? Oh my god, I just completely blanked his name. Oh my god, he was Ricky. Fuck. He was an MTV VJ. He goes live on TikTok and he like tells stories, and again, like he knows or he's learning that like his life is the work and then hanging out is like the content. I don't think that he actually thinks it like that, but I think that he like inherently understands that that could be a truth. I think that he just needs someone to explain it where he just gets pushed over the edge. But yeah, you know, like I think that that's kind of like the wave of the next thing, but I also feel like not into anything to the rock professor, but like nothing bad, obviously, but like that's also a slippery slope, man. You know, it's like, man, if it's a second of a video on YouTube that is copywritten music, nah, don't play. Just don't play around. You know, I don't know what to say. You know, it's like, I feel like, you know, Anthony Fantano is pretty good at the fact that he's just like, I just don't joke. It's just fucking, there's no music on this shit. You know what I mean? But again, I also feel like, let me see. I mean, I bet you as well, not saying, you know, he should change at all, but it's also like if he's, you know, I mean, he's got a 1.4 million on YouTube. I mean, he's also on Patreon, so it's like maybe he could play some music there. I don't know Patreon well, but like no one wants to move homes. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, I'm down to move a home, but I also know I have to play by the rules of the home I'm on. I'm not over here being like, oh my God, no, I built a home here. Like I was saying, my friend, like on Instagram, which is like Instagram went from photos to videos and they were like, nah. And it's like, you can't say nah. You can't do that, you know? With all my favorite live streams have a relaxed vibe. That's sick. What are the streams you watch, Joe? The law says 5 seconds is fair use, though. Doesn't matter what here. I'm positive. I'm yes, like yes to that. But I'm also like, you know, why YouTube just ignores it again? Yes, but I'm not at all. I'm obviously, I mean, you by this point, you guys know me. It's like I'm not political at all, this and that. But it's like, okay, I was saying this at Kilby the other night, where I was just talking about, you know, this and like how much I love this in comparison to almost anything. Granted, or I should say, in comparison to if you have when you have an option, I would take this than a traditional route. With that being said, I'm like, okay, cool. Like the Trump right now with the files and the lists and whatever, and then people being like bummed that like he's not releasing the list, and then I'm over here as being like, homie, you're surprised that like a politician might not follow through with something, just that. And I'm just kind of like, that's that's okay, cool. Again, like, I don't know in my experience, I'm like, who am I looking at being like with a crooked eye? And I'm like, with that being said, I was like, they were talking about late night and shit, and like artists who went up on late night, and who the fuck wants those interviews? You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I have VHS and DVD. I have traditional media bootlegs of my favorites on late night, and some of them are cool. Most of them are fucking what the fuck did they say? They talked about their album again, but I'm also over here being like, I had nothing else. So it's the only thing I had of like Sly Stone talking about Sly Stone, or whatever. But it's like, these interviews weren't that great. And a lot of times, some of them that really were also probably had to do with the fact that, like, I don't know, like Johnny Carson was being Johnny Carson, It's like Johnny Carson and Rickles, amazing. But that's also just like, you just like comedy. I'm not trying to learn about Rickles here. I'm just trying to laugh. But I feel like, yes, having this be a fucking, like the format of, if I was sitting down with whatever, fucking an artist, and we were going back and forth, I bet you some of the people in my world, I would have to tell them, hey man, stop selling this. You know what I mean? It's like mom being like, who wants to buy a shirt? I'm just like, shut the fuck up, But I feel like it's like, I think that this is the wave of the next thing. And I also do think that, like, so what I say that to go back to 5 seconds on cheese. It's like, okay. And again, with all due respect, I'm not even saying no. There's no opinion to have. I'm just, who am I giving the crooked eye to? So YouTube is ignoring the 5-second thing, while, like, who are the big labels? Columbia, Sony, like, it's like these billion-dollar fucking labels being like, I don't like that. Why don't we just ignore that because some dude has a channel with 1.4 million followers? Yeah, I think that these guys are going with those guys as opposed to the little guys. And again, I'm over here being like, this is life. You know what I mean? It's like, sure, it's written. Hey man, I mean, it's like, this dude said, I'm gonna show you the list, and I don't know if we're gonna see that list. You know what I mean? But that's why I'm saying, I'm just like, even if it's 1 second, I'm just like, because again, I agree. I'm like, it would be better of a video if the sample of the song was in the video. But I'm over here being like, do you not think that these rules are going to be fucking enforced in a certain way? It's just like, like, maybe don't put the song out. Maybe just don't put the clip out, Again, I'm with you, but it's just like, I'm just like, yeah, cool. Like, you could be on Patreon, or you could be on Twitch and do it. Maybe you should just go over there, or like make a thing and then be like, here's a link to where the fucking music could be. Or just like make it a stream over there or somewhere and then cut out the bits just to, because again, it's like, I think that in the long run, he's kind of messing himself up. He's not, I mean, we're talking about him. I'm sure he's just gonna be doing just fine. And the burden of proof is supposed to be, yeah. I'm with you. I watch some sports, More the Nation, but so Kill Tony, of course, and Star Wars channels. Oh, that's what's up. Wait, but Kill Tony is like a show, or I haven't watched Kill Tony, but do you feel like that's more of a hangout? But that's a show, huh? I'm a journalist at heart, so this stuff. Oh, I understand. I would be completely on your team, of course. I mean, I am on your team, where I'm like, if that was like, again, my life and the rules changed. But I'm over here being like, some of these rules are just, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I'm sure, because it's also one of those things where like, you know, and also this is also another sad one. Truly, I don't know. You were talking about, he interviewed someone from Van Halen. Who owns Van Halen's music? I would be surprised if Van Halen owns Van Halen music. So I also bet you that like if Van Halen owned Van Halen, I don't know, maybe it would be a little bit more whatever. But I bet you whoever owns Van Halen's music, their lawyers are not joking around. They're just like, hey, yo, listen. It's like, oh, wait a second. Oh my God, cute. You have a YouTube channel? Wow, And again, it's just like, wait a second. Because I'm sure once you start doing that math, your brains get fucking fried. You're just like, wait a second. How much money did this person, but literally, how much money did this person make off of this one video that was an hour long with this one artist that used my music? And then they look at his channel and it's like, oh, wait a second, there's 1,400 videos. Nah, man. Nope. Shane goes, I saw Shane. Dude, Shane did crush it. It's also, I don't even know sports that well. And I was like, oh shit, this dude's going in. Did you find new music because of Letterman? I did a few times. No, I didn't. I never found new music through. I wasn't a late night guy. I feel like that like format just wasn't for me. Or like some of the writing was like heady in a way that I just never really connected with. It wasn't like I didn't like it, but I mean I just watched a lot of bands who I liked that I knew were going to be on, as well as some people being like, you have to watch this, and then I would go back. But yeah, I mean, I'm just not a late night guy. I mean, it's funny because now I want to go back and like, it's like if I could, if I could buy a DVD set that's like $1,000 of like all of Carson, I would do that, and then I would watch it like this like artifact of like pop culture and entertainment, as opposed to I just never watched it. But also sad that it's basically dying, man. I know that I'm sure you're bummed. I always thought Conan had great musical guests. I agree. I also feel like he's trying to do, he's like that guy. For some reason, I feel like, hold on, is the exception. I feel like for some reason, people love Conan. Like he's like the guy to some of the artists. I feel hopeless, but if nobody fights it, dude, I'm fucking with you, dude. But the only thing is, it's just like my hand. I don't even know what to do. You know what I mean? I think it will too, until someone with real money or like a lawyer hits up like a bunch of creators and they're just like, let's just do this. I'll do this pro bono and let's change the thing. Because it's like, yeah, what could you do, really? I feel like I try to ignore this. Yeah. The Beatles music is the worst to try to use. And I bet. I mean, yeah, I feel like I saw something where it was just like Viacom was like really, really rough. Anything that was that. Well, oh my, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like, what do you do? Really, what do you do? Someone else said Conan had good taste in music. Yeah. Also, do you think? I mean, I'm sure it is the case, but do you think that like he had? But that's it too. It's like, did you? My question was going to be, do you think that Conan had pull to get the musical guest? I'm sure he did. There's also like a trope in TV that I mean, I don't really know TV well, but I remember this one person explained this to me, and I was just like, of course. But they were like, the first season of a show is the writers and the actors. No. The first season of the show is the writer's show. The second season of the show is a writers and actors show. The third season of the show is the actors show. And I think that like Conan got to a place where like Conan's Conan, where I'm sure he was just like, cool. Like in his 5th year, he's just like, I want all the music or whatever the fuck. Even though there has to be some cahoots with the fucking, the late night show, or whatever the fuck, the Conan show, and the labels. There has to be, there can't, it's not. And then what I'm saying is, fast forward to Joe Rogan, where it's just like, oh, no one's coming on my show if I don't want it. And it's just like, oh, wait a second, nuts, And I say Joe Rogan to say like the world at large at the moment, but crazy, nuts. I was deaf into late night when he hit a good stride on TBS, but I wasn't really since some musical guests. With late night TV has always been political. I've gotten sure, but some people to act like this new thing is a joke. Yeah. Conan was dope. Video game reviews, sick. Musical guest. Wait, he did video game reviews? And was really funny. Wait, he did video game reviews? I didn't know that. I mean, I don't even think I ever watched a whole thing. Ever. It's like, what was it? It was just like an opening monologue. It ended with a musical guest. What was in the middle? They were just talking about like hot topics, and then like they interviewed someone. I mean, this is something. I mean, I would love that. I would love that if it's like if I figured it out and I had like someone who was like kind of had a really weird schedule and was like down to just like handle boards and shit. I would love to just make videos, have chill streams like this on like say a Sunday or something, and then or just do this, but then have one that's like, okay, cool, here's a guest, but it just looks like this, kind of like the Tom Green show or something like that, where it's just like, okay, awesome, I'm talking to you right now, play a song, the audio is good, on to the fucking next, you know what I mean? And like not. But again, that's also, it's so weird. I see this so much with some friends. They get numbers and then they try to change the recipe. It's like they get numbers, or let's just say they make money or something, and then they try to make it better, or they think that money will make it better. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, it's like my setup is bunk right now. I mean, it's good, but it's not good. It's just like, but I think if it was great, it wouldn't be better. I'm still just like talking shit. I'm still talking about fucking whatever, the moments of the day. It's like, okay, cool. Like if I had a stand, would it be better? It's like if my microphone was, it's like the, I don't know. The difference would be so minimal. But for some reason, they think that it's just like, okay, cool. Like, no, I have a better chair, so now I'm sitting up more proper. And then this is more so leaning towards whatever late night was. And it's just like, why are you trying to make this that? Make this this. Like, keep this. Oh, my God, dude. I got the impression Conan did everything. He was a writer for a long time. So sure, he was involved in all. I don't hate the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm not the biggest supporter, but he has some really interesting guests. Yeah, I mean, I think that like as the dude who changed the thing, it's nuts. He changed the fucking thing. I don't watch it. I don't really listen to it. I did a while ago when there was some guests I really liked, but it just, I feel like it just like turned into like, or I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's like really looking at that kind of thing, like looking at like Tim Dillon, I'm like, oh, just talking shit for an hour, but you could really go, is cool or better for me, as opposed to like some of the guests I'm like, I'm watching because it's like they're interesting, but I'm not as interested in that as anymore as I might have once been, even though I'm like chewing brain gum and fucking lifting kettlebells. Yeah, Kev, segments where they showed clips of him fucking around with games being funny. Whoa, that's cool. I had no idea that happened. Again, you got to watch it with a certain perspective. I agree. I also feel like that's also like of the time, it's like now knowing what I know, granted, considering like where it was at the time, if I understand context, I'm sure he was like blowing minds. Can we teach Lily how to use nah mean, please? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh my God. Have you ever seen I love My Wife and Kids? Like I kind of like follow Damon Wayans anywhere he went. But I remember there was a episode where I think it was like the neighbor who was a bit of like a Poindexter. I forgot who it was exactly. But he was just like, yo, man, he's just like, you gotta like gotta talk like us. He's just like, he's like, nah mean, and he's just like, what is nah ha? And he's like, he wrote it down, he's like, nah ha me, nah mean. And it's just like, it's not fucking Hebrew, man. It's nah mean. And I was like, that is so good, dude. Um, um, yeah, did me. That's not even what you're saying, but that's also so funny. It's true. That was a good joke. Wait, for sure, the music and film industry work together with the shows even more now. Whatever umbrella company owns the studios, late night shows. Well, but that's also like McDonald's buying. Yeah, yeah, I'm chilling. I see. I'm waiting. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like but yeah, but that's also what I'm saying, Cheese. I'm like, so again, why I'm like, I'm like, I like this so much is because like payola's real. Like payola is always, it's like oh my God, I remember like I was having a conversation with a good dear friend I used to work with all the time, and he was just like, it's not. And I'm like, whoa, dude. Like, whoa. Like just thinking that like DJs on the radio in the mid 2000s are just playing music based on the merit of its quality. Oh my God, dude. And then thinking about the rock professor. I bet you it is on them. I bet you it's just like, hey man, I'm talking, it's like today we're going to talk again about Van Halen. You know why? I love Van Halen. And it's just like, there it is, dude. There it fucking is. And it was funny because it was just like this really weird thing of like him defending and not the enemy, but him defending this thing because he was now a part of it. And I also do believe that like I'm saying, it's like I'm not trying to fucking watch something burn, but like I think that I was happy to watch it burn because I was never a part of it. Or like the amount I was a part of it, I was like, I won't be able to pay my rent by this. And I'm like, this is bunk. Fuck this. Cool. So this is like a party I can't get into. Sick. Cool. So then awesome. Me and my mom are gonna party over here. My mother and I are gonna fucking go kick it over here, and that's what happened, And it's funny because it's just like, oh wait a second, you didn't let, and it's also funny too, like you didn't let us in there, and it's like, of course, I'm not. There are no gatekeepers here, man. Uh, that's gonna be Lily. I know it is. I mean, she is. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, she every so often she remembers some things. It's kind of like I was saying to my friend yesterday about raising my parent, just being like, I say all these sayings that parents tell their other parents, but like little pitchers have big ears. I feel like I was hearing her talk to someone the other day, and she was just like, she said something like peep game or something, and I was just like, I was like, oh my God, dude, that's so funny. Or she was saying like nah mean or whatever, um, or like believe that or something. Any more with late night show? When people like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bernie goes on, it's good because they'll push back. If with late night, you have to watch the opening. He was trying to teach Tony how to be cool. Oh my God. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Oh my God, Short Kid. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember that show too well, but I love it. I love that show. I love David. That show is so good. That show was slept on. It was so sad. Um, I'm more of a Creed guy myself. Creed, like the band or like the boxer. Um, I listened to there was a dude on Instagram I saw that they mashed up Creed and Kenny Gill, I want to say, and it was like the best. It was some of the best shit I've heard in a minute. Uh my dad and I were talking and he was like type shit and I was so proud. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's also crazy. It was like it's also weird, like some of the stuff that like really clicks with mom. It's just like for some reason, like she totally understands what fucking waffle stomp is, or like the gooch. Like I think we told her gooch like once, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, of course." It's like, how is that sticking? And like, I don't know, like I don't know. I mean, like I know I've said yo this that to her, and she's just like, "This is not. I'm not gonna fucking remember this." When Lily starts saying Cuddy. Yeah. We got to explain Gen Z slang to Lily. Get her using Riz. I know, totally. I saw that too. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, it was so good, dude. The band Creed, most memorable band. Yeah, that's memeable band ever. That's fucking true. Um, I wonder, I wonder how they're taking it. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, I feel like they have to be taking it well because it's like the only way to win is to lean into the meme. You can't. You have to embrace the meme. That's life right there. But they are the most memeable fucking. It's also crazy thinking that like Creed was such a big deal. And I mean, they were like before it was like meme. It was just like my world couldn't just fucking hated them. And would like make fun of people if they liked them, which is also crazy. You got balls to be like, I fuck Creed when you're like a kid. Oh my god. I mean, that's a rare breed. I mean, that's a superhero right there. But like, yeah, just like a generation of kids who just know you because of memes, just straight up, or like, let's just say like, what the fuck is that band? Look at this photograph. Oh, what the fuck is that? I mean, just oh my god. Creed leans into me 109, dude. 109, man. That is dude, 109. Of course. I fuck with Creed. That's respect, man. I mean, so do I. I mean, it's like I also feel like there was a kind of yes, for sure. With you're so right. Creed was known as butt rock. Yeah, they call it puddle of mud. Oh yeah, puddle of nickel. Yeah, dude, Nickelback, dude, Nickelback. I remember. Well, it's also funny because there was moments. The Pride of Canada, dude. Oh my god, wait, is Nickelback Canadian? I didn't know that. Look at this photograph, dude. Wait, I feel like I feel like I felt like such a dweeb. And again, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I have whatever this thing is in me. But I remember, just like I just didn't listen to Creed. I was just like there was so much cool. But also again, like I was like really prideful on like finding music. So I was really just like, oh my god, like there's so much out there. I gotta fucking find whatever the new thing is, even if it was fucking Stevie Wonder, when I was like in high school and shit, in middle school. And I remember I was older and I was probably talking to someone who might have been a little younger, but they were like, I like Creed. And I was like, and like, they just didn't laugh. And I was like, oh man, I'm an asshole. Like, oh, this is me being a dick. This isn't you being lame, And I was like, oh, word. And then, but then it was one of those like, I went and I like gave Creed a chance. Dude, give Creed a chance. Fuck peace. Dude, give Creed a chance. But I remember I went and I think I like looked at some shit on YouTube, and then I saw that fucking the clip of like the fucking the halftime show. Oh God, it was so cool and so lame. It was so like you're hitting on so many. This is nuts. This is nuts, dude. This is nuts. Also thinking about like where the Super Bowl is, and then like this will just like soaring through the fucking, just like being like a gymnast. So sick. Nickelback, Creed, POM. What's the difference? I know. I know. I mean, again, this is like we're speaking a language. Dude, give Creed a chance, dude. Drake would get booed and mugged probably walking down the streets of Toronto. Wait up, for real? How about Justin Bieber? He's Canadian. Oh my God, Justin Bieber is Canadian too. Oh yeah, he's a darling, right? I feel like he's been getting roasted. It's a bit of a bummer. In Central Illinois, we had maybe 3 or 4 listenable radio stations at the time, and Creed and Nickelback dominated most of them. So it was impossible not to listen to them. I also feel like, again, like I come from like it's like, it's funny. It's like, it's my childhood. And I feel like also like kids are fucking assholes, but it's like, I'm not trying to be like, it's like, but I come from like a fucking a crew of like cool kids, you know what I mean? And I mean that kind of as a derogatory term as well. But it was like radio was the bad guy, you know what I mean? And that's why I probably had that same mentality in terms of late night shows. I was like, and again, I wasn't like adamant about anything. It was just like, once you kind of like learned it, then you just moved on from it. You're just like, oh yeah, cool. So the radio's the bad guy. Next, and it wasn't bad guy. It might have been like uncool. I don't really know what the feeling was of it, but I was like, cool. We don't listen to Creed around here. You know what I mean? Even though I don't know, like I was never really mad at any of it. But it was also just like, again, it was just like, look, I don't care about that. And there's record stores, especially at the time, that are giving away records. It's like Creed's nothing I'm even like listening to. It's like I was saying about, when Jonathan the other day was talking about if I wasn't straight, and then mom's like, what the fuck do I care? And I'm just like, I'm over here being like, what the fuck who the you think I give a shit about what you do in the sack? Where I'm like, what the fuck? You didn't give a fuck about Creed? It's like fucking Henry Mancini's out there. I'm trying to buy these records, And because of that, I probably liked Creed, or I was so indifferent that I'm on the team. But yeah, it was one of those things. So it's like I didn't really listen to the radio much. Justin Bieber was hated in his heyday in Canada, but now we love him, especially after hearing that he was protecting young female artists from Diddy. Well, sick. I didn't even know about that. People who didn't like grunge say all the Seattle bands sound the same. Not fucking. Oh my God, not even fucking close. But yeah, I mean, again, it's like it's like anything. It's like if someone doesn't give a shit about a certain something, it's all the same shit. I mean, I remember like my friend's dad used to be like, "Rap is crap," and I'm just like. Do you know how many fucking, you know what you're, it's like, or even like, I was talking because I went to go see The Far Side the other night, and they played Lab Cav in California. And then I was telling my friend about Jay Dilla, and, just like, I knew people who had fucking bumper stickers saying drum machines have no soul. And it's just like, you want me to play you some music that might suggest otherwise? But yeah. Wait, do you guys like floppy fries, hard, stiff fries? That sounded not safe for work, but obviously both. Podcast kill the radio star. Fucking all fucking hell yeah. You know, I have a friend who's a podcaster or she's like an acquaintance, but she's the best. Her name she has a podcast called Bandsplain. Her name is Yasi Solik, and she really is she does real deep dives. I mean, I mentioned her before. She does really deep dives into bands, in their like discographies. But like she'll have like a 5-hour, 6-hour, 2-part podcast about like the Smiths or something. But she means it. She wants the gatekeepers back. She's just like, this is too much. This is a free for all. Nothing is good. Quality is down. We need gatekeepers to be like, no, you're trash. Like, do better, you know? And it's funny because it's like, I say this, I don't agree with that, but the fact that I laugh at it means my forest says yes. Like the fact that I laugh at it means I believe it to be true as well. Even though again, I'm over here being like, oh my God, podcast killed the radio star. Facts. I love Avril Lavigne before she died and put a double in her place. Wait, is that a real conspiracy? I think I did actually hear that. When I lived closer to the Chicago, the new music arrived so much earlier and much bigger volume, plus more genres close. I like them crispy, overcooked. Joe would love In-N-Out fries. Yes. I also feel like if there's something on my fries, I want them crispy. But if they're just fries, I go both ways. How's it going, Mama Bear? Oh my God, Kevin, did you hear what happened with... No, wait, what happened? What happened? Is it... What happened? In between, need the fries to be... yeah, that's good too. Potatoes are also my favorite food. So it's like I really don't discriminate. But there are, if it's too undercooked, then there's a line that's been crossed. See you, Evan. Fries should be almost burnt. You don't like soggy fries? I mean, but I also feel like that's kind of like old school McDonald's. I haven't had McDonald's for a long time. Do they still have still have soggy fries that are like delicious? We just got Chick-fil-A a year ago. Haven't tried it yet. No, I was. You got to try it. You know, Chick-fil-A is one of the. I feel like it's like a top contender. To be honest with you, I don't think I actually had Chick-fil-A before. Maybe I have like in a. Actually, I don't think I've ever had Chick-fil-A. Either, my bad. But I know it's like it's one of the ones. Poutine up here. Poutine is up there with my favorite foods. Poutine to me is like a last meal. Again, it's like carne asada fries or like California burritos or like poutine. Poutine had blew my mind, and it's a bummer. What's that thing, Joe? What's that one spot that's like a fast food poutine spot, where there's a dude who has like a Nardwuar hat? It's like he has like a funny floppy hat, or like a cool floppy hat, but like it's just red and black and white, I want to say, and it's like plaid. There used to be one up by Amoeba, the old Amoeba. And it was 100% when I was if I was on one, if I was hungover, it was like the cure. It was my favorite thing. Oh my God, poutine. And then obviously like whenever you want, the only thing, some poutines I don't like if they're too fancy. It's like there was one spot in New York and there's a few spots I've been to in Canada where it's just like duck fat, confit, it's just like, oh my God, just give me the gravy and give me the curds. You know what I mean? Smokies, yes. Poutineery, dude. Yes. And it was just like, they had They had like Thanksgiving poutine, and they had like bacon bit poutine, and oh my god, dude. And they had like small, medium, large poutine. Oh my god, dude, so fucking sad. I was so pissed because I was just like, you motherfuckers, why did LA not keep this in business? You know, it's like right now it's like some like bunk ass like nothing. It's like, oh, dude, where's the fucking culture, man? Keep poutine alive. Um, is a chicken sandwich with pickles taste like a chicken sandwich? For some reason, people, I don't know. So why do people love it so much? Cheese. Um, McDonald's fries are pretty crispy. I know because they changed the recipe. Poutine fucks so hard. You can put gravy on anything and it fucks like yeah. I agree. I'm like yeah, completely, Hans. I'm with you. Carne asada fries are like the best thing. Oh my god, carne asada fries, especially in San Diego. It's like French fries, and it's like carne asada and like sour cream, uh, guacamole, and then I guess pico de gallo. Like that's like the whole thing. You know, if you get like the big whatever, but like if you just get, oh my god, just and dude. Again, but I'm not even kidding. These are like my last meals. Like 100%. I'm over here being like, okay, it's like, it's, you know, you got an hour to live, and I'm just like, smoky poutines, man. Give me the original, fucking large. And the owner is anti. Yeah, I knew that's kind of the only thing I really knew about uh, Chick-fil-A. It's that they're religious and they're not open on Sundays. But I think by the time that it arrived in LA, I was just kind of like not fucking with fast food as much as I used to. Smokey's is fucking awesome, right beside the biggest bar in the city. Whoa. Apparently South Dakota is all about poutine everything. I had a poutine burger. Chicken fried steak poutine. Whoa, dude. Chicken fried steak is also up there for me. I haven't had chicken fried steak in a long time, but that's also gravy. I'm with you, Hans. Wait up. Loaded baked potato is amazing. They're the loaded baked potato. At what's it called? We have a meal here called HSP. It's hot chips on the bottom, kebab meat on top, garlic sauce. Yeah, sign me up. You know, what is it? Delicious. Give me 14. That's it. I mean, that's like, give me whatever on French fries. And also, like, if I'm like really being, even me saying like, I go both ways. If I'm really being a fucking asshole that day with like what I'm eating, I'll get just like poutine, but well done, but poutine, and then French fries on the side, because it's just like, you know, they're gonna get soggy. So it's like I fuck with it soggy, but then I always get the crispy. See ya, Joe. Kev, I sent you the Annabelle story in the Discord message. I don't think you can send the link here. All right, I'll check it out. Did she walk away though? Is she like on the streets? Is she like after me, being like, oh, you're laughing? Wait up. I know it has little effect, but I don't fuck with any establishment that is openly anti. I see that, Joe. I mean, I see that, Big Cheese. I don't even, but are even they? I mean, it's also like, it's just not that I don't look up some of the things, and I also have that feeling towards a few things, but I also kind of like don't know about a lot. It's like I'm not like, you know, what's it called? Chick-fil-A is pretty open about everything, or for some reason like people make content about it, but I'm also just like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know so-and-so's politics. You know what I mean? But I also feel like it's like, if they're big, they're probably doing funny stuff. It's a crazy world we live in, man. I've watched, she's coming up. Basically someone who was working like out of nowhere. I mean, that's but also it's like how many people in that universe is just like, I told you so. What are you doing? You know, it's just like, what are you talking about? You know, I feel like the people in that world is like me talking about Professor of Rock being like, what are you doing playing with fucking Van Halen's music on YouTube? You know, 1 second of that is going to get you demonetized. Where it's just like, what do you mean? You're working with Annabelle. What do you expect? To live a long life? You know, it's just like, what do you mean? You know, it's like you're trying to work with Annabelle and not expect to fucking go out and get deleted out of fucking thin air. You don't, it's just like, yo, hey man, yo, it's just like, I put your hands up, walk away. Walk away, this is also me yelling at mom in terms of like anything that she's been up to, being like, just play it safe, man. Just play it safe. Like, how much do you love Annabelle to not play it safe? Why would they take her out? That's what I'm saying, And also, could you imagine the person being like, "Oh no, like yeah, like I'll move her." It's just like, dude, you can't shake that off. I honestly thought you'd laugh so much harder. I mean, I I I am. I'm laughing on the inside, but I'm also like, dude, you guys told me, what it was. You play stupid games. You went through, it's like, I'm also like not laughing because I don't want her after me. Wait up, the big last meal here. Dinner stack. It starts at this place, home stretch. Active to $12 a night hotel is usually a hamburger patty, hash browns, eggs, biscuit, white gravy. Perfect. How about Timmy? Oh my God, Timmy. Timmy's out here stressing. This is I'm sure this is like the fucking museum when like the person just like falls and they're just out and they're like, oh, that's Timmy. I know, yeah. It's just really, you fuck around, you find out. It's also like, who's that? Did you see that guy, that meme of the dude who's like, fuck around and find out, or like, and like the graph, like the actual graph of like, just the more you, don't do it. I don't want her after me. Dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just like, again, the thing is, when I first laughed, it's like you guys explained to me further. I shouldn't be laughing at that. That's, yo, man, that's not my business. Yo, man, Annabelle's not my business. That's not a fight I want to fight. I'm not trying to laugh at any fucking, I'm not, think I'm trying to laugh at some voodoo? I didn't mean to. It was just one of those, like, again, like, that's like, me watching horror films. It's like, I do that shit. It's like, I can't not laugh. He creeps me out. Hated his voice. That video of him coming to life was hella funny. But also, she was creepy as hell too, being like, Timmy, Timmy, what do you think? And she was just like yelling. It's funny because I watched it and I was watching it with mom, and she was just like, what the fuck is this? She was really like, yo, the fuck you have me watching? And I'm like, this isn't me. The Forest said, talked about Timmy, man. It's Timmy, that psycho doll from the yeah. I bet Annabelle is his great grandfather. Timmy, dude, he's stressed about Annabelle, man. I love that. I love that fuck around and find out video graph. That's so right. It's so accurate. It's so like, it's also so fucking funny when like someone puts to words like some shit that we all just like truly inherently know. And then it's also like, it was so hilarious. Like, he's like not even taking it. He's not taking it as a joke at all. Cause it's not, it's just like, yo, man, you touched Annabelle, bro. You moved Annabelle. What are you doing? I'm over here being like, if you even look at Annabelle, if you're too close to Annabelle, it's just like, why, man? Why, man? It's like, look, the story. Isn't that good enough? So it's like, I'm not trying to feel the fucking juju. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to feel, whatever it is, wait, it's like people who get into the pyramids and take the gold stuff. Oh my god, dude! Could you? Oh my god, dude! Yes, yes. He made an entire graph, and people still fuck. I know, man. I know, man. That was a fucking scientist. He's a fuck. Yeah, he's like, dude, a whole graph, but it'll always. Oh, forever, motherfuckers will be finding out. Forever, fools will be finding out for sure. Okay, wait a second. Yo, guys, I just realized it's 1:40. Okay. I'm gonna go work out a bit. I'm gonna go to the market. I'm gonna go meet up with mom. We're gonna go live at mom's later on. So expect mom again in a little bit. I should start my day. I can't even look at Annabelle's photo. Oh yeah. See, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen. No, I have seen it once, or I have seen it, but it was just because I heard the story, and then I laughed, and then someone was just like, "Don't laugh," and then I don't even remember what it looks like. Does it look like the movie? Have you ever seen a Hispanic mechanic rhymes asking? Thank you for telling me. Asking the proper use of "for fuck's sake." Oh yeah, for sure. That's also, but that was like legit linguistics. Like he was right. Yeah, Big Cheese a bit. See you, Holy Decay. Also, I think we're gonna go. I think we might stream on a TikTok a bit, or maybe we'll just do the 2 thing. But yes, yo, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys later. When I get my errands done. Have a great day. I hope you have a great day too. Or a great night. I think that we're on the opposite ends of the world. Take your. I know, dude. I need to drink some more water. Truly. No, it's a Raggedy Ann doll. Oh, it's just straight up a Raggedy Ann doll, and someone just called her Annabelle. Was like the person who had her. Is that what made Annabelle Annabelle? There's so many questions about Annabelle. I also feel like this is one of those things. Yeah. Okay. I'll ask a bit later. But yo, guys, I love you. I will see you. I'll see you a bit later. I'll see you in a few hours. See you later. Hope everyone has a good day. See you.